Good morning from right here on the set. Should we say set? Dan's laughing his head off because I just don't have the pizzazz you have, Dan, to do that opening.
No, that's not it.
What are you laughing at?
You're finding your way.
It's hard.
You got to have your open.
I don't have it because
and it has to be the same thing every time.
It's not.
You need to come up with something.
Because I am.
Remember Carol Burnett? Ooh, she did her thing.
I know. I don't have a shtick yet.
Do your
I
shtick.
need to have a shtick, I guess.
Even if it's broken in half, use it.
Really?
Yes.
I'll have to come. You help me come up with the stick, and then I'll say whether it's good or bad. How about that?
What do you think about that? If you leave it up to me, it'll be hilarious every time you do it.
It'll probably be inappropriate. Would it be inappropriate?
Probably.
Would you do that to me?
We'll have to. Well, you got to have a bleep in there somewhere. We have to blur part of your mouth out. You know how they do that. Bleep, beep.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. So, happy. What is today?
Today
Hump
is
Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
We hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. Did you do anything spectacular last night?
Let's see. What did I do yesterday? I stayed at the office and did learned some new 3D animated fun things. I want to blow a building up, so I'm learning how to take rigid body meshes.
Okay.
And fragment them.
So that they look like they're falling apart? Is that what you mean?
You got to fragment them first, and then you have to have your explosive force object going through those, and then you have to have debris projections. It's pretty
There's
involved.
A lot to it, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
I'm sure us lay people would be amazed at all the work that comes out. You know, that you have to prep to make it look like it's real.
Yeah, I just finished watching Dune, the new versions. There's Dune 1 and 2, parts 1, part 2. And the CG animation on that is just, it's phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, it's the sand creatures, and they dive under the sand, and then all the explosion. This is on not a small, like when they fight the two different people that hate each other. Mm-hmm. When they fight, it's not on a small scale. It's on a huge scale. It's like miles and miles of people, and they're all running and fighting. It's just.
Are you going to use this for one of your Star Trek episodes, or are you just learning?
Yeah. There's one.
Eventually?
There's one scene where a person has a bomb strapped to his body. No, it's not even a bomb. It's a science fiction. He has a chemical compound in his body, and he meditates, and it causes a chain reaction inside of his body, and the chemical creates a huge explosive reaction, and he goes in the middle of a bunch of people and blows himself up.
Is this an episode that you've written?
No, this episode was actually produced in 2015. It's called Torment of Destiny, and it was one of Richard Hatch's last films.
Okay. So do you have to have certain rights to use all that at this point? If it's somebody else's episode.
No, everybody signed their rights away.
Okay.
When you take on a project like this, is one of those projects, and I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of projects that never get finished.
Right.
And there's a lot of actors that have been involved in productions that never get finished, and we never see them.
Right.
And Richard Hatch, I think he did maybe one other acting gig before he passed away.
Oh, okay.
But I was there and got to interview him. And
where's that interview?
It's on YouTube. It's on my personal YouTube page.
Oh, so you can go to Dan Reynolds' YouTube page. Is that what can we say that? Your YouTube page is what, Dan Reynolds?
I think it is, yeah.
While he's finding that out, I'm going to start talking.
What are you going to talk about?
Like Clary in Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I thought, could I do a whole show as a Southern woman? I don't know. I would like to try.
Is that what your character is?
Well, she's she's high society. She's an ex-mayor's wife.
Is she a little snooty? Does she look down the nose at everyone else?
Sort of, but it's not really very hard. It's...
Maybe you should go overboard.
Well, I don't know. Because she's friends with all these people that she's in, that we're all friends.
I know, but she's got to be more snooty. She's got to feel that she's better than the rest,
well, she does. And part of that is in her how she vocalizes, I think.
Yeah.
Because she talks like this. She's not like you heard Lisa talking a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like that. So, anyway.
All right, well.
Well, I'm just doing my...
now,
keep on.
What's your director say that? Now, that's where it all comes down.
I don't know. I'm going to find out tonight when I talk to her.
Okay. You got to get the motions going. You got to
half of the play, I am sitting in a chair.
Okay.
Seriously, it's either a styling chair or a chair.
You got to shuffle.
She's not a shuffler. She's just very...
I know, but it's got to be grand. It's got to be
it
flowing.
Needs to be grand.
When you cross your legs,
can you show me how?
Yeah, you got to...
What is the...
I don't know.
Would you?
Well, the lips were sticking out.
Would you please come down to the Lyric Theater tonight and show us all?
No, I'm not doing that.
Darn it! It would have been funny.
It would have been.
If I could have just brought you and left.
The laughs would have been quick and instant, and then they would say, "Okay, let's move on," and then I would be like, "Oh,
well, here I am. Now what do I do?"
Yeah, right.
Am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out the window. It is sunny. I see the leaves moving, which means to me there's a little breeze out there. So while we're talking about that, we're just going to jump on into the weather. And today is sunny with a high of 87. Calm wind becoming southeast. Oh, okay. He showed me a picture of the Star Trek episode, correct?
Yes.
And then on to tonight, clear with a low of 63. Thursday will be sunny with a high of 91. It's going to get hot. All the things are going to sweat. Just saying. Thursday night, there will be mostly clear with a low of 66. And are you back with me now?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're on Friday.
We're on Friday.
Yeah.
Sunny with a high near 92. Calm winds becoming northwest about 5 miles per hour. No chance of precipitation Friday or Friday night or even Saturday. Low overnight for Friday is 69 degrees. Saturday, high 92 with humidity factor really, really up there. Saturday night, low 70s. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it looks like the median temperatures are in the low 90s.
It does not give the humidity, on this
weather
report. So that is strictly Dan.
I would like to add that.
His interpretation.
Yeah.
Would you like to contact the National Weather Service and ask them, will you please add the humidity to the forecast?
Yeah.
Try that. See what happens. You want to?
Do that.
I'm not doing it. You do it.
I want to go back in the interview I did with Richard Hatch. It's on the Federation Files YouTube channel, and I don't know if you can see part of the interview right there that I did with him.
There you go.
There you go. So anyway.
Before we go on to the topic to ponder, we have a little blurb for the MoarkBigDeals.com that we need to...
have you got that?
Tell y'all about, and they had such a tremendous interest in the Branson Solar program on the Moark Big Deals, with nearly 1,000 people reviewing that item. Today, we have rolled back the price to 50% off on the same item. Now, it is go to moarkbigdeals.com and search for Branson Solar, and you can see the deal there. You can take advantage of that. There was bids going on, and anyway, so that's just one of the items on the Moark Big Deals, but that's the one we are featuring presently. I think there's a 15% off site-wide thing going on right now, too. But moarkbigdeals.com, you can download the app. You can specify the area that you live in and go from there and see what deals are out there. Yeah, and the big deal of the day
should be featured there.
You betcha. So get on it. Okay, Dan, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm buckled up.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
How can simplifying our lives lead to greater clarity, contentment, and fulfillment? You can tell this is not me because
How can simplifying your lives lead to greater clarity, contentment, and fulfillment? Well, by doing that, that would clarify and make you more content and make you more fulfilled by simplifying. I think we try to complicate our lives, don't we?
Well, I think we try to do too much for one thing.
Yes.
And yes.
And we say yes to people. Can you do this for? Yeah.
Are you better at a more mature age of saying no? I cannot take that on.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah.
But I used to. I was a people pleaser. And I thought I had to say yes to everything I was asked to be involved with. You know.
Right.
And I don't.
Yeah, and it's not trying to be mean. It's just like I there's no way I'm going to be able to do that.
Do you know when you're tapped out, or you know when you can't take anything else?
And there have been times when I have taken on a task, either for somebody or for myself, and it's gotten way too big for me, and you just say, I can't.
Right.
Just can't do it. I need someone to help me.
I think I learned through, and I'm not going to specify what church, but through some church activities, that if my heart was in the wrong place doing it, you know, I may have accepted something to do, but if I was grumpy about it and and all that, then I was like, okay, your heart's not in the right place. You don't need to be doing this. And I have stepped down from things because of that. And it's not because I'm mean or anything like that. It's just I was tapped out, I guess, in whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah. But some people will help you no matter what.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. And
I wonder, some people may be geared that way, though.
I think so. And Fred Wool was that kind of guy.
He was. He never said no to people, did he?
Well, he may have, but
and he was involved in a lot of things, so obviously he said yes a lot.
Yeah.
So I would agree.
But there's nothing worse than somebody helping you and they complain the entire time.
If you do it begrudgingly, probably don't need to be doing it.
So the topic to ponder question today is, how can simplifying our lives lead to greater clarity, contentment, and fulfillment?
That's a biggie.
Yeah.
It's a long one. I'm sure our intern's going, thanks a lot for having all that. But that is our topic to ponder. Go to our Around the Table Facebook page.
Another good topic to ponder would be, are you living a simple or a complicated life?
Can you write that down? Because I can't do it and talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Because I think I'll add that to our list. And with that said, and we've covered that, we want you to ponder it, and please give us your responses. Before we move on, no, I'm just kidding. We're moving on.
Yeah, just please move on.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
All righty.
I heard the shots go off. I made it to Mr. Everett's side and attempted to get him aid. He never regained consciousness to the extent that you would be able to understand anything that he said.
This was 61 years ago, and that was 1963. Civil rights leader Medgar Evers was ambushed and shot dead in front of his Jackson, Mississippi home. Neighbor Houston Wells was next door when Evers was attacked. 3 decades later, white supremacist Byron De La Beckwith was convicted of Evers' murder following 2 earlier trials that ended in mistrials. So they finally, I guess finally justice was served.
That was in 63, so yeah.
We didn't have the same justice system we do now, for sure.
I expect the parties to continue bargaining and to find an early solution. I promise you that I myself will be closely monitoring this process.
Okay.
43 years ago today, Major League Baseball players went on strike. It would last 49 days, but on this day, Baseball Commissioner Bowie Kuhn hoped it would be short.
All righty. Bowie, what? What's his name?
Bowie Kuhn.
Kuhn, okay.
That sounds a little familiar.
Theme song right there. 43 years ago, the first Indiana Jones movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark, premiered in the United States, and that was the theme song. 43 years ago.
43, wow.
I remember it like it was yesterday. How about you?
Yes.
Sure.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
That was 37 years ago, standing near the Berlin Wall, which the communists built to keep people from fleeing to the West. President Ronald Reagan issued a challenge to the leader of the Soviet Union. And here's a side note. East Germany shocked the world by opening the wall in 1989. A few months later, Germany was reunified and communist governments in Eastern Europe crumbled.
There you go. And the rest is history.
A passerby walking down the sidewalk observed the bodies of a female white, approximately 30 years old, and a male white, approximately 30 years old.
You want to do it?
I can.
Or is that me? Is that me?
I know I can. 30 years ago today, O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman were found brutally murdered at her Los Angeles home. The next day, a police spokesman described how the crime was discovered. 5 days after the murders, Simpson was officially charged with the crimes. He was, of course, acquitted at trial. But I don't really think that anyone now believes that he did not do it.
I don't think so either. But if you're one of those people, feel free to comment on our page. Because we'd like to know just exactly how many people do.
Yeah.
The last thing my friend texted me was, please help me. Help me.
Wow.
I've been shot.
8 years ago, a gunman opened fire at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. He killed 49 people in what was at the time America's worst mass shooting. Demetrius Snallings survived but lost a close friend. Wow. Yeah.
My meeting with Chairman Kim was honest, direct, and productive.
6 years ago today, President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met in Singapore and signed a joint settlement. They signed a joint statement agreeing to work toward denuclearization of Korean Peninsula.
That's a big word, Dan.
Yeah, it is.
It's over. The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over. And the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history.
And I can hear you from here, buddy.
He was a little excited.
A little excited, yeah.
5 years ago, that's 2019, the St. Louis Blues won their first Stanley Cup, defeating the Boston Bruins in Game 7 of the finals. Chris Kerber had the final call on the Blues radio network, and he was so flippin' excited.
Yeah, he was excited.
Yeah.
He's to midfield. He's going to go all the way.
There's another one.
Down to the 20. Down to the 10. 5. Touchdown.
Oh, he's excited.
This is a birthday cut. Sportscaster Marv Albert was born on this day in 1941, 83 years old.
All righty, happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. But you're not getting rid of me.
Okay, I don't know this actor. Paul Schultz was born June 12th, 1962. He's 62 years old, and his roles include pharmacist Eddie on Nurse Jackie. I've not seen that before.
Nurse Jackie?
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to watch it. Was it good? I mean, was it worthy of a watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
At least once. Watch it through once.
Okay.
I don't know how many seasons. 1 or 2 seasons. I can't remember.
Do you watch series multiple times?
Yeah.
What would it be? What's your favorite?
We've watched Game of Thrones 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Outlander 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. All right.
Of course, I watch Star Trek every night. So, I mean, I don't know how many times I've watched that, but I get
too many
something,
to count.
I get something out of it every time because there's so much detail that I'm looking for when I'm watching. One time
well,
I'll
you
watch it
with a different intent.
Yeah, I'll watch for acting one time. I'll watch for sound the next time. I'll look at all the sets. I look at all the imperfections, all the chords that are laying on the ground. They're there.
Oh,
all that stuff's there.
See, and we don't see it probably because we're not really geared to look at that.
Yeah.
But they're there.
They're there.
Well, Dan, thank
Do we
you
have
for that.
guests today?
We have Jody Marshall, and
I want more than one guest.
There's only one.
Then he can't come on.
He's not listening to you.
We don't do single guests around here.
We don't?
No, not.
What about all those other people that have been setting it?
We started today. We've started the new policy.
Do you want to tell him?
I'm not. He'll hurt me.
Well, I'm going to go to break, and you can go out there, and we'll see what happens. If he's back when we get back from break, then you'll know.
We may change policy between now and then.
Okay, stay with us. We will be right back. Welcome back to Around the Table here at KHOZ.
I changed policy, by the way.
Because I noticed Jody's in here. He wasn't going to let you in here, Jody.
Well, that sounds about something Dan would do.
Well,
sure.
I'm not, okay.
You have nothing to say?
No.
Come on, Dan.
I've
not seen you speechless.
He's bigger now than what he used to be.
Are you working out, man?
I think that's a fat joke is what I heard.
I thought maybe he was working out.
No.
I don't know.
No.
No? Okay.
You know, when you're a bully, you see somebody far away and you go, I can take him. And then when they get up close, you go, hi. How you doing?
Is that what you did? Is that what? Was that your feeling?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, we have in the studio with us Jody Marshall, and Jody is like our contact for anything going on in Alpena area, and they have their annual Freedom Fest coming up. So we're just going to let you take it over, Jody, and tell us
you got a bunch of stuff
anything about what's Freedom Fest.
We've been promoting the Freedom Fest and the music lineup. And you got more over there. What is it about Alpena that you want to put them on the map? What is it with you anyway?
Go for it.
It's not me. It's just we have a great little community.
Yeah.
And we're coming together because we enjoy doing things. And after COVID, everybody got cooped up inside. Nothing was going on.
They got tired of it, didn't they?
Yeah. So we decided to start doing stuff. And it's just been going uphill. In a good way ever since.
It must be fun because you keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be, this will be our 5th year. We started in 2020, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
So, do you have a certain, I don't know what your job per se is, but do you work it all for the city, or is it just because you love it?
No, I do. I work for the city.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in charge of the water and sewer department at the city of Alpena.
Okay.
So. Well,
that makes sense too. So tell us about it. What can we expect if we come to the Freedom? I'll probably come because I think my granddaughter's going to be here.
Well, you should. It'll be a fun all day. I'm talking about from the morning till late at night. In the morning, we've got the Kids Fishing Derby. Registration starts at 8 a.m.
Okay.
That's for kids 14 and under right there on the creek.
On the creek?
Yep, on the creek at the park.
Okay. And
then afterwards, we got the car show starting at 10.
Do you have a lot of entries into the car show at this point, or are there room for more?
It'll be the day of. So a lot of things
they just show up?
Just show up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Because the reason why we do that is I could have people send me checks and money, and if it is something happens to be a rain out, it is a pain to try to catch everybody.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
So it's just better.
Well, it's kind of fun though to watch them all come in.
Sure.
Oh, look at these cars. Yeah, this is cool.
It's like a big cruise.
Yeah. We should, and then we started doing the motorcycle one as well. Mm-hmm. So that's something different. I've noticed that a lot of other clubs are starting to do the motorcycle shows too.
Yeah.
And the reason why we did that, we talked to a lot of veterans. Mm-hmm. And, the older generation veterans wanted cars. That was the muscle cars. That was them. Mm-hmm. But the newer ones, they like riding their Harleys.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of... So we was like, let's incorporate that for sure.
Sure.
So maybe we should ride our Harley over there. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You got a Harley?
Richard, yeah.
You should ride Harley.
Yeah, ride it over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see how hot it is.
Well, this is going to be about July, so this is...
What's the date of the Freedom Fest?
This year it will be June 29th.
Okay, so
now you do this for a reason, but you don't want to compete with any of the 4th of July festivities.
We always do ours the Saturday before the 4th of July holiday.
Okay. All right. Now you've gone through the motorcycle and the car, and what else can we expect?
Well, I've got over 20 plus craft vendors that have already signed up. So
what types of can you don't know?
I do know some of them, yeah.
Just crafts. Is that what you want to say? Just all kinds of crafts?
I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
We've got handmade
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of these crafts. What I like about the craft section is the people that make their own stuff.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
That's what I like.
Sure.
I mean, if you just bring a bunch of stuff from China, it's like, why?
What's the point?
What's the point of that?
We want handmade crafts, and that's what they're offering at the Freedom Fest, I believe. So you should go check that out.
Yeah.
And there's more.
There's always more, you betcha. Well, then starting at 3, we have our annual watermelon eating contest.
Have you participated in that, Jody?
I have not. No, I leave that. There is a gentleman that comes every year from Bergman.
And he kills it, right?
Oh, he kills it.
Does he spit his seeds or does he eat them?
I don't know what he does. It's gone in a matter of seconds.
Now, there's a lot of water that's wasted when you eat fast. And I've seen them. They just go at it.
Oh, yeah.
If you push that thing against your face, half the pulp is gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
So is that one of his techniques? Or?
No, I think he eats the rind and everything
He
too.
eats the rind.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, watermelon eating contest. That will be something to see, just to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a fun time, and we have 2 divisions.
How long does it last? It doesn't seem like it lasts very long.
It takes a lot longer to get ready for it than it
Yeah,
does.
I'm sure that's
It really just a matter of
Now,
a few seconds.
How do you?
Nope, no hands, Dan. No hands.
So you just put.
You can't eat with your hands. You got to eat. Oh, that's cool. Then okay, I got it.
That's even better.
So how do you prepare it? Is it just like you cut a watermelon in half?
We cut them up and we weigh them, and we've got
like slices.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Alpena First Baptist Church is they're going to be in charge of the actual watermelon eating contest. So they've got a whole bunch of people. They're ready to go.
Well, I was just picturing Dan with his head down in half a watermelon trying to eat it.
And then pulling my head up and it's stuck on my face.
Well, we can make that happen. If Dan shows up, we'll make sure pictures get out to the world.
Okay. What else do you have going on, man?
Then at 4 o'clock, we've got the cornhole contest.
Oh, cornhole's a big thing in this area.
It is.
Sure.
We had last year was our first year we done it. We had, I don't even remember, close to 30 groups.
Wow.
So
yeah.
Winner gets half the money. So
nice.
And the rest goes to the events fund, which I don't even remember how many it was. It was up there. The purse was up there between $200 and $300.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, so that's only part of the day. We still have lots of time going on here.
And then we got at 5 o'clock. We got the sack races. we didn't have last year. We had the high hill race.
What?
Oh my gosh! Anybody break their ankles?
No, no one was man enough to show up.
Okay.
Dan, I have
know.
some high heels, man. You can probably do
that.
I'll
break an
ankle.
No
kidding. As a joke, my wife always likes to tease me as much as possible, and every time we go out, she goes shoe shopping. She always tries to try this size, see if they have size 13. No, they don't. They don't make size 13 in a woman's shoe.
I'm pretty sure you're right. They do not.
I wear a size 11, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know what you wear in pumps. But I suppose we could find out.
That's the issue. Pumps.
Yep.
Pumps, okay.
Yep. Okay.
And then we'll go through, there's a Beamer.
No kidding.
Beamer thought that was funny. That was great. And then we'll go through later on in that night, about 8:45, we're going to have the Boy Scouts Troop 60 come in and do a flag presentation. They do a flag presentation before the...
Right.
Cool.
And then I do have a special event. I can't give their names. They're not from around here, but this is going to be awesome. They are fire throwers.
Fire throwers?
Oh.
Yep. Fire dancers.
Are they from Fayetteville area?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So they're going to
come. Those, man, you watch some of those videos and you go, wow.
So they're going to come in.
That's going to be spectacular.
Do you have EMS standing on standby? I mean, you know.
Yes, I do. I have EMS in the fire department, and they're going to go right before it's really dark, before the fireworks go off. Because there's always that 15-minute lull in between time when everybody's like, is it dark
What do we do
enough?
now?
What do we do?
Yeah.
So that's what we brought in.
That's cool.
So don't try that at home. Fire throwers is not what you should do at home.
As wild and crazy as I am, I'm going to pass.
Okay, good idea.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're pre-fireworks, and then bam, what?
Well, and then the big fireworks show.
Really?
Yeah. But the other part of all day we got to go back through is the music. We hadn't even talked about
Yes, let's do. Okay, and music.
We'll start at 2 p.m. He'll kick it off, Jay Killebrew. Jay Killebrew's over from Mountain Home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I met this guy. He's really awesome, red dirt country gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good.
4 p.m. we got Eden Moon, and I guess he called the Beamer show this morning. It was on Beamer's show this morning. So
he's local here in Harrison.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then at 5:30 we've got Southern Confession.
Do you know anything about them? Can you give us any scoop?
I've never heard of them.
Really? Are they good or are they crappy?
Don't say that.
No, I don't.
They've been around and they're good. They're a good band.
And then our big one that I'm excited to actually watch him is American Idol contestant Ryan Harmon.
You know, Dan and I talked the other day. We didn't really watch American Idol
that season.
And we're not familiar with him. I guess we could probably YouTube him. But what a neat opportunity to go and what genre of music?
Oh, well, if you hear him talk, he's actually from Conway.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of music?
Oh, he just put out a country album. I'm sure it's on all platforms.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And again, his name is what?
Ryan Harmon. You can check him out on Facebook. We tag him in stuff. He's very receptive. He likes the people. In fact, I think he comes up here once or twice a year and always plays at the Jasper.
Oh, okay.
Ozark Cafe.
Nice.
So,
good. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
got a big following. I've watched him. I mean, I've been friends with him for several years on Facebook. We'll say hi every once in a while.
Now, does he have a band with him, or is
no? It's just going to be
just him and his acoustic guitar.
But
okay,
I'm just
cool.
happy we started. When we started Freedom Fest, we were very local people,
right?
And now I have my first national act, so I'm kind of.
There you go.
Do you coordinate this whole shindig, Jody?
Yeah, pretty much.
With help.
With help. I have a great team. We have a board, but we're all the time doing stuff, and like we still have our big Halloween bash to go after this, which
you're always working towards the next event.
Oh yeah, it's always something for sure.
People are going to be there all day long, and they're going to get hungry. So what are they going to do?
Oh, they're going to eat.
What are they going to eat? I mean, you got some vendors. You got some. I know you usually cook there, so tell us about that.
Yeah, we do. We've got for barbecue. The fire department always puts on a big barbecue spread.
Okay.
So the fire department, if you've ever been to Freedom Fest, it is legitimately right in the middle of Freedom Fest.
Right.
So they're there. We have a Mike's hot dogs vendors, I believe.
Okay.
And they make Chicago-style hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have little Miss Laverne Hofstadler. If anybody knows her, I think she owns the Country Cupboard.
Okay.
In Green Forest. She's the cake lady. She makes the cakes and the pies. And
ooh, you're going to come to this celebration. You're going to eat, drink, and be merry.
There you go.
Right? And listen to good music.
I did see that there's going to be a beer garden there.
There is.
Is this new?
No. We're actually one of the few in the state that actually have a beer garden during the 4th of July.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's something that the people at Sundown Liquor take care of, and they are great.
Okay.
And also, if you guys want to support, on our Facebook page, we have a bunch of stuff for raffle, dollar chances, and it's only exclusively at Sundown Liquor.
Okay.
I mean, they have a whole range. They've been getting stuff all year. So
good.
Is there volunteer opportunity financially or otherwise for lay people?
Well, what we do have, and since I have to use the correct wording here, since Ms. Sanders has done the LEARNS Act, all children in high school are required to do community service volunteer hours.
Oh,
so we work with not just Alpena School, but we work with exclusively any child that needs we've got stuff in the spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Well, wonderful.
So they can get their community hours.
Right. Well, that sounds like give us the details one more time about the day, the time, and where, so people can put that on their calendar. Jody.
All right, Freedom Fest will be June 29th in Alpena, Arkansas, at the Alpena City Park.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that when you bring your kids, you're going to have a splash area. If it gets hot, they'll be able to cool down, and you won't have to worry about them nagging you all day.
Or please hydrate, but also can adults get into your splash area? You might have adults in there. I don't know. You never know. They might.
I do know. I know this sounds worse than what it was because it was actually a really fun time. But I know it got so hot last year that the fire department did turn the hoses on.
I can remember. I was there not during the hottest part.
And sprayed them in the air, and everybody just loved it.
Oh, cool.
I bet it was a hit. It was a hit.
Yeah.
And there's stores that will be open that you can also, mill about.
Well, being part of the water department, I think that was it was okay to turn the water on, right?
Yeah.
I can do that,
we want to reiterate that June 29th is the Alpena Freedom Fest, and there are all kinds of activities going on that day. And we want to thank Jody Marshall for taking time to come in and talk to us about it.
Go to their Facebook page if you want to know the schedule of events. It's the Alpena, Arkansas events. Facebook page.
There you go.
Thanks, Jody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys,
We
for having
appreciate
me.
you very
you
much.
bet. Anytime.
We're going to go to another break, and we will be back. Stay with us.
On the table, on the original KHOZ.
Welcome back to Around the Table. We're finishing out our hour with you, and we have some silly stuff to talk about, as we normally do. And it's called Trending and Odd for a reason, right?
It's odd.
It's trending. Some of it's trending.
Like
some
it.
of it's just odd.
I would sit and probably preview this kind of stuff if there was a topic. I mean, you know, you get on your phone and you scroll things. If they had a topic that said trending and odd, I would probably go through it.
You would gravitate towards that,
I would gravitate
would you?
to it.
Why is that? Just because you like that kind
Because
of
I
stuff?
like quirky
Yeah.
information that you go, gosh, people are stupid.
Quirky information like.
People are funny, or this is weird, or that's odd.
Hit us with one, Dan.
I'm going to hit you with one. Do you have do you have TikTok on your phone?
I do.
Do you look at the hacks? You know the hacks.
Some of them I have.
Some of the hacks,
and they're not bogus. I mean, some of them.
Some of them really work. Well,
yeah.
Well, one of the hacks is to get away from an extra carry-on, is you stuff a pillowcase with clothes, and you call it a pillow.
You can do that.
And they let you get on there. Well,
I have not tried that.
Well, this one guy did that, and he got caught. And they said, "No, you're stuffing clothes." And he goes, "No, this is my pillow."
That's what I sleep on. Like, really?
Come on.
How could they disprove that?
So did
they have to let him on?
They gave him a chance to pay a fee for an extra carry-on, and he didn't. So they left him.
They left without him. So no, he didn't get by with it.
He didn't get by with it.
Well, I have had to shove a pillow in my suitcase before because I like to travel with my own pillow. You talk about taking it.
Yeah,
no, it was
like
in my backpack.
Pillow.
It was like crazy. Crazy. So a banker sold his home for $2 million to Jeff Bezos for $90 million.
He must have really wanted that house.
And how do you downsize to a $17 million penthouse? How about when you sell your mansion to Jeff?
Yeah.
Say his name again.
Bezos.
For way more than you paid. Amazon's boss spent $90 million on the estate in Miami, and the retired banker who sold it to him had no problem taking the offer.
Oh, of course not.
Neither would I. It was $88 million more than he bought it for. Wow. What a turnaround there.
Really?
So he went and splurged on an oceanside condo with a 4,000 square foot terrace that would make the Ritz-Carlton look shabby. Wow.
Speaking of people flying.
Yes.
The FAA says that there's still too many unruly passengers. You watch these videos and people are just, what is wrong with people?
I don't know. I can't imagine anyone thinking that's okay.
And they say, is it really that hard to be kind
Evidently.
to people anymore? No, apparently not. The FAA says there are still a lot of unruly airline passengers incidents, even though they said they are going to crack down on that too. So far this year, there have been over 915 cases of unruly passengers, 106 of which were because of being too intoxicated.
Wow.
There were thousands of incidents in 2020 and 2021, mostly because of mask mandates. During COVID, there was a 500% spike of airline passengers committing assault in 2021, but unruly incidents have gone down 15% from last year.
Well, thankful.
I even see some, if somebody's wearing a shirt or a hat that said MAGA on it, they said, you got to get off the plane.
See,
That's just MAGA. I mean, come on.
I think some of the problem with people being unruly is probably alcohol, perhaps.
Probably.
And if your flight gets delayed, they go to the bar, whatever the case may be. But I think that people that's just my thought. Because I don't think too many people, I should say, in their right mind would act like that on an airplane. And also, while we're talking about flights or that kind of thing, a survey, almost 40% of Americans are going into debt to take a summer trip. Would you go into debt to take a summer trip? Is it long-term debt?
If I could pay it off in a month or so, yeah.
Well, we do too. I mean, we put it all on our credit card.
Yeah,
we get Amazon points for whatever we put on there, but we turn around and if we have to take it out of savings and pay it, we do, or whatever our method is. But I think people probably strap themselves and don't have that method to pay it back really quickly.
Well, you want it, but you don't want to pay for it.
And the percent of the credit card is nuts.
It is. It's like up to 20% on some cards.
And some people just pay the minimum payment. You're never going to pay that baby off. Ever. Even if you paid $10 extra, that's at least something.
Yeah.
Even like your car payment. Okay, there's your words of wisdom from the Lemley, and we need to go to another break.
No,
Dan.
I don't have time for that.
What?
Let's just forget the breaks.
Dan, we're going to a break. We will be back. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Around the Table, and we are about to be done with this day, aren't we? This fine,
gonna be done.
Flipping Friday. What are you looking at?
Done.
Why are you looking at my board,
I'm making
man?
sure your board is proper.
Well, you know what?
Configured properly.
I'm trying to learn from you and this whole fade the music thing, because you just let it play sometimes, like that, just like that. What do y'all?
Yeah.
What? He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever, lady.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. You know?
What are you going to tell me?
Well, I got to find it again. Here it is. A dad, was sentenced to 2 years for drugging 11-year-olds at a slumber party. That'll make you want to send your kids to a slumber party, won't it? Nope. Okay, the next time your kids can't sleep, resist the urge to feed them an Ambien smoothie, or you could end up like a dad in Oregon. He was just sentenced for drugging his daughter and her 6th grade friends when they refused to sleep during a slumber party. All but one drank the spiked smoothie. She's the one who called for help. Dad said he just wanted them rested for the next day.
Okay.
A judge is making him sleep over at the state prison for the next 16 to 24 months.
Oh, my
Please.
Oh, that's weird.
That's just crazy,
That's
actually.
weird.
Yeah. Something's wrong with that person.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
Hey, you know, the marijuana is kind of creeping in everywhere. I mean, you know,
Is it here?
Dispensary? No.
Oh,
But there,
okay.
you know, wherever there's dispensaries.
Yes.
But there's a weird legal reason Martha's Vineyard is running out of pot.
Well, I didn't even know they had pot, but okay.
Well, certain places. Martha's Vineyard is kind of a rich place,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of a rich place.
Are they pot smokers too then?
Must be.
Okay.
They're running out of pot.
Okay.
Apparently, everyone on Martha's Vineyard is stoned or ready to get
That's what
stoned.
we used to call it back in the day. It was stoned.
The Boogie Vacation spot is almost completely out of pot, and it's hilarious as to why.
Why?
Even though Massachusetts legalized pot in 2017, the law stipulates that you can't transport it by boat or plane. That's an island, of course.
Right.
Because it would break the federal rules. And since Martha's Vineyard is an island on the ocean, there's now only one dispensary left open, and that's almost completely sold out of weed all the time.
Because, I mean, if you only got
Well,
one
you can't
choice,
ship it
I
in.
guess?
Yeah. They're
Wow.
on one dispensary, and I guess they only give them so much. So
I'll be darned.
all the rich Martha's Vineyarders are not getting their daily high.
Well, bless their little hearts.
Bless their little heart.
They should probably just grow their own.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, you know, what, I don't know. Whatever. If you got to have your pot, I guess you may have to grow it or figure something else. You know, I don't know if you remember that Singapore Airlines had some turbulence in a flight. It was like, I think I saw some video of it. And something you probably didn't or probably won't get from airlines in the United States, but Singapore Airlines did do it, announced today it will be giving $10,000 to each passenger who sustained minor injuries on that turbulent flight back in May.
Oh, well, good for them.
I know. I mean, I'm kind of
nice.
surprised, but I guess
$10,000
maybe
per
that keeps
person.
them from getting sued.
Sued,
Perhaps
maybe, yes.
That's my thought.
That would be the only reason I would pay somebody, I guess, to keep them from suing me.
Passengers with more serious injuries, they'll be having discussions about more compensation. And the flight fell 178 feet into the air pocket of Thailand, injuring some of the 200 people on board and one person dying of a heart attack. So there you go.
Well, you know what today is? Crowded Nest Awareness Day. Maybe
What
it's
is
time to
that?
move out and finally give your parents the chance to parade around the house completely naked.
Yes, that's it.
The phenomena of crowded nesting has surged since the pandemic, and adult children moving back to their parents' house, and sometimes bringing not only them, but their own children, friends, neighbors, dogs, pets, and other...
We might be in that. I might be.
Economists think that it's one of the main factors contributing to inflation, since these kids have more disposable income to spend on fancy $14 coffees.
Or maybe they just really don't make a lot of money to start with.
National Women Veterans Recognition Day starts today. Little League Girls Baseball starts today. And National Loving Day, the largest multiracial celebration in the U.S., loving everyone. International
Fall.
You
Never
jumped
mind.
the gun.
Do you know what it is?
Falafel.
I don't have. Bon
Falafel
appetit. That's all we're going to say.
Okay.
Falafel. It's a falafel.
Falafel.
National Jerky Day. National Red Rose Day. National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Do you love you a good peanut butter cookie?
I do.
All right.
And then the annual U.S. Congress baseball game starts, and Tom Brady joins the New England Patriots Hall of Fame today.
We have about 10 seconds to go, and we invite you to tune in tomorrow to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We will be back with our smiles on our faces, and we'll see you then.
From the